Hello there and welcome to Sister Sister on 97.3 City FM and of course City TV as well. My name is Jessica. This is an all-women relationship talk show, and on this show people send us a lot of their relationship questions and we offer our 2 cents. Now if this is the kind of show you'd like to continue to be part of, then join us every single time on your favorite station and we'll be happy to make your day. The show is brought to you by Vodafone, Together We Can, Talia Rice, Always Coming Home to Love, Geisha African Strength, and Kel Kids Toothpaste. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we meet my sisters. I tell you what to expect on the show and how you can be part of it as well. We'll be right back.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and Star Times box. City TV, it's your world.
And you're welcome back, Sister on City TV. So today I've been joined in the studio by my sisters Gail, and of course I have Ceci in house as well. Ladies, so good to see you. Ceci, how have you been?
I've been fine.
Everything okay?
Oh yeah. So.
Making money?
Yeah, that's a constant.
Okay, that's good. Hey, it's Charlie, we want to be a friend, Some of us,
looks like you're the only one making the money because Charlie, you are still looking.
Oh, it's not like the money is coming boomfu every day. But it's like some days are better than others. Okay, so at least something is coming.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that, I guess. Gail, good to see you.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
Same. Nothing new, nothing strange.
Nothing exciting?
Well, for me, something exciting is when I have my peace of mind. So
Super.
For me, I like to be by myself. That's it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So,
that's actually great.
Yeah.
Some people don't have peace of mind, though.
Peace of mind. That's more money than anybody can
I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Claudia is joining us once again from Berlin. You're officially becoming our favorite person in Europe,
right? Almost permanent.
So good to see you. What's going on? I mean, since I saw you last week, what has changed?
Life. Same old same. Eat, sleep, work. Eat, sleep, work. Go out, eat, sleep, work.
Well, yeah, the routine sometimes is good for us, though. Yeah. So thanks for joining us, Claudia. I really appreciate that. Now, we've got Talia Rice back on the show, and I've got a surprise for you, ladies. You ready? You ready?
I love surprises.
You ready? You like surprises? Super. Under my table are some goodies from Talia Rice.
Oh.
Claudia, you see, you should come to Ghana. You should come to Ghana.
My brother to pick it for me.
Good. You should do that. Talia has
Wow.
some really tasty jasmine rice. If you guys haven't tried it, you really should. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And don't you just love the packaging as well?
Yes.
So, ladies, that is a gift.
Thank you so
You can
much.
just
Thank you
maybe
so
put
much,
it by your
Talia.
chest so nobody will steal it. And when you are going, you just carry it out. Yes, but you can have that.
so much.
Yes, from Talia, our sponsors.
Talia.
Yes, me, my own is at the back. It's heavy like this. I can't even carry it.
25 kilos.
So shout out to Talia Rice. Thank you so much. All right, so let's put this maybe by your chair. and then we can start today's show. So, remember, there are various ways that you could reach us on the show today, either via email to jessica@cityfmonline.com, via text, that's WhatsApp, to 054-998-6996, or you can find us on Facebook at Sister Live. Just look for us, like our page, join all the conversations that go on our wall. It gets really interesting, I tell you. All right, so we will jump into our first message for today. It says, Dear Jess, a year ago I was cheated on and betrayed by an older lady I thought I was dating. The actions of this cunning woman nearly destroyed me, but I'm fine now. I've met a beautiful lady whom I really like and I'm falling for gradually. She is very beautiful, just turned 20. I will turn 31 in November. Her age gap is quite a sharp contrast to my ex's, and I love it. She's lovely, intelligent, very reasonable. However, I have some challenges. First of all, she's a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm a charismatic guy. She's pretty devout to her religious sect, and she wants me to convert before we can marry. I don't even mind marrying her, and we maintain our different churches, but she insists that it's not allowed in her church, so unless I convert. I don't think I can convert, though. Secondly, she says she's too young and can only marry in 3 years' time. But I really want to marry her way sooner than that, and I'm not sure if I can wait that long. Lastly, she's under strict surveillance by her parents, and thus we hardly get to spend enough time together. I get to be with her for, say, 1 or 2 hours, about 3 times a week. What's more, we can't even talk on the phone when she's home. She can only text because her mom must not hear her talking to a guy in an amorous manner. Although we're fond of each other, these challenges seem to be taking a toll on us. What should we do? Gail, what are you thinking?
Just get out.
Just like that?
Yeah, because 20, yes. I mean, because when I was listening to the whole thing, if you looked at on my face, it was like I was just getting bored by the day. By the time we ended, I was like, that's why I just gave that answer. Because you said 20. I mean, before, 20 would have been old enough, because after you're above 18. But this day and age, with so many distractions, so many things you can do to develop yourself, at 20, you are young, and obviously she's still under the thumb of her parents. And you are at 31, maybe you feel like you have your own job or something, maybe you're your own boss. And so definitely you don't need somebody who is going to be like controlled all the time by her church, by her family and everything. You need somebody who is her own boss as well, who has a mind of her own, who is able to make decisions for herself, not what society has conditioned her to do, or her parents are saying. No, of course, your parents are should be allowed to, have some influence on you to a certain point where you can now be on your own feet. Obviously, she's not there yet. And you are already there. You said you can't wait for her to be ready. She wants you to convert because her church wouldn't allow maybe somebody else from a different religion or whatever. So these things are just there. I mean, what else are you going to do? When things are like that in your face, you can't change them. You can't change her religion. She's not ready to get married because she's still with her parents. What are you going to do? Yeah. You say you can't wait. So what do you want me to tell you?
Get out.
Get out. That's it. That's what I said in the beginning without saying too much. Yeah. I mean, like, there are some things just there. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Right. And if you cannot control certain things that are around you and you know what you want, what are you still with her for? You're just wasting your time. You're marking time. That's all. You're just marking time. Or maybe you're going backwards. You're not doing anything.
Okay.
I mean, that's what
do you think?
Yeah.
Get out as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, the very first thing is she's a Jehovah's Witness. And from what I know, they get married to people within their circle, nobody outside. Yeah. I mean, that is
so at least she's
really
not lying
strict.
About that.
So that in the first place is a deal breaker. The rest of the things, it's a matter of time. 20, 31, then that means I'm thinking that, okay, you're on your own, you have a job, but for you to have a very fruitful relationship that is going somewhere, you need 2 independent people that can make decisions on their own. And obviously, like Gail said, the girl is not there. So for you to have you see her 1 to 2 hours in Charlie, people are doing sleepover in Zoom.
Yes, you can't even talk on the phone, like really.
Yeah,
No.
so the girl is obviously not there yet, and then she's under the influence of her parents. And you see, it shows that she is indeed, and you know, there are some people who are under the influence of their parents, but they are not, like they are with their parents, but they are not really under the influence of their parents. But this girl, it looks as though the influence is really there, because you don't get, I'm sure that if she's going somewhere, she can't even tell her mom that she's going to, you know, and then she would say, oh, maybe she's going to a friend's place, maybe she does two with her friends, and like, tell my mom that I'm with you or something. She can't be open about it. So what kind of relationship do you have? Because I don't know if this is trivial or this is a serious matter, but for a girl like that, you are going to be causing her to cause a lot of abomination. As in, she's going to be lying to her parents because she can't be open. She can't talk to you on the phone. Because I think that in a relationship, communication is key. It's the backbone of every relationship. So if you cannot freely have a conversation, even when she's in the most comfortable environment, that is her home, then there's a problem.
And this makes me wonder how come he still wants to marry her, because obviously there's nothing happening.
And then now to the marriage part.
How did you even get to that point?
She said she's not ready to get married. Marriage is not something that you jump into because you want to do it. It is a very long journey. Wow. It's long. So I really don't see what the rush is. You see, you are ready. If you are ready, find somebody who is ready. Don't rush this girl. Obviously, you can't even rush her because she's not open about the relationship, about, I mean, as far as her parents are concerned, she's under their thumb, she's under strict surveillance. I don't think you have any good quality of relationship with her. And then the church,
you can't do nothing about that one.
That one there, right from the word go, is a deal breaker. And then he said that he cannot convert. So if you cannot convert, she wants you to convert. If she wants you to convert, that means she's very, very devout to where she is. And you mentioned that, so that one there's a deal breaker.
That's why I say you're wasting your time.
It's not going to happen.
Wasting your time,
Charlie.
So
unless she decides, so get out.
That'll be the whole story. Claudia, ongele altana.
Definitely, but I like the girl. I really like her. At 20 years, she has set boundaries.
Yeah.
At 20 years, she knows what she wants. She knows that I want to get married in 3 years. So although you are here now, she's not changing anything. She's not rushing anything around her. It's the 3 years. And I don't understand human beings. Life can be so easy. People set boundaries for themselves, and others make it their project to break those boundaries and say, I conquered. I changed her. She's 20 years old. I don't even remember how I was thinking when I was 20 years old. She's living with her parents who are taking care of her upkeep. She's very religious. And you see, you are making her a deviant. That's what he's not realizing. He's making the girl a deviant. Because you are telling us that she's a devout Jehovah's Witness. Her parents have set rules for her, which I want to believe she was following until you came into her life. And now you are making her lie to her parents. One, she's told you, I am Jehovah's Witness. And in Ghana, we know SDA, Jehovah's Witness. Unless Jesus comes, they will marry. And I understand them because their beliefs and practices of worship are unique. And they believe that you have to be equally yoked. So instead of going to date an outsider who would make them deviants, like what he's doing now, they would rather pick someone within their circles. And even that one within their circles, when they are breaking the rules, there's some sort of understanding and compromise and trying to work the system because both of them know what they are doing. So I don't know what he's trying to achieve. He has to date his mates. For starters, date your mates. Date an adult who perhaps lives in her own house, is ready to get married, doesn't have her parents breathing over her neck, Charlie, and can make those adjustments for you. But don't force people to break their boundaries for you in the name of love. This is not a fairy tale or a romance movie where you try to kiss the bride and they wake up and everything changes. It's her religion. You can't change that. And I think he should respect her. And he has made it clear that he's not going to change it. So they are just wasting their time. This is a decision that he's refusing to make, which is inevitable, because she's not going to leave Jehovah's Witness unless something drastically changes. She falls out, because some of us were very religious growing up in the church, and now our beliefs have shifted. But that took years, like 10 years. Is it ready to wait that long for her to leave Jehovah's Witnesses because of him? Like, I don't understand the projects he's trying to undertake, because all the variables that he's considering are not going to work. Religion, unless the parents die and something drastic happens and she says, I'm no longer going to Joe Witty, I'm going to your church, then okay. And that is highly improbable. And then the 3 years, so it means whatever intentions you have for her now, it's not going to happen until 3 years' time. And you are saying you are not ready to wait. So you want this girl to change everything because of you. Is it fair? Go and date your mate, please. Leave her alone to grow. Leave her alone to make friends her age in the university. Allow her to enjoy her youth with her friends, with her colleagues, in her league. Don't steal her life from her. Go and date your mate.
Well, she doesn't understand it.
In fact, we saw these things firsthand. Our mates running from Kumasi, traveling at night. One even got an accident and died on the way. Her parents thought she was in school, but she was traveling to go and meet the boyfriend in Accra. She died. And this boyfriend, I'm sure, is with someone now. He's married, has kids. You enjoyed your university days. My name Bonnie in there or Exte, and when she finishes, she can enjoy her life. Go and date your mate who has a life and can meet you, is independent, you can have all the conversations you want to have. You see, the fact that she's breaking the rules doesn't mean she loves you so much. It's like you are testing her love. You know her parents don't want her to talk, but you are still calling her. You know she can't text you, but you are still pressing and pushing. Leave her alone.
Wow, Claudia, wow, just wow. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, I think the message is pretty clear. There are several things that are working against you currently, and also it seems as if you don't have time because you can't wait, you don't want to convert. It's a no-brainer here. Find someone who's willing to do all the things that you need or the things you're looking for, and you should be fine. You won't be writing to us, you know. But we do appreciate that you sent your message to us. I hope that that informs your decision and you take a good one at the end of the day. So come back and tell us about it. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, more of your messages.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
And you're welcome back. Sister on City TV and City FM. Our WhatsApp number hasn't changed. It's still 054-998-6996. If you have a question you'd like to, the show to address, you can actually send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. We'd love to hear from you. Moving into our next message, rather long, but indulge me. It says, hi, sisters. I run a cold store around Spintex. I went to a restaurant around my shop one day to advertise my products in case they would love to buy my meat and fish. While there, I ran into a gentleman who turned out to be the chef of that restaurant. He took my number and started communicating with me. He really cared about my well-being. After a month of friendship, he proposed to me and I turned him down. His colleagues tried to convince me to accept his proposal because he's a good man, so I decided to give him a try. He initially told me he has only one child, but one of his colleagues told me that he has two. I confronted him and he told me he wanted to tell me but was worried I was going to leave him when I found out. I stopped talking to him for a while because I was very hurt. After some time, I let it slide and moved on with him. He came to visit me one day. Meanwhile, I don't know his house. And I kept pestering him that I wanted to know where he lives. He gave me an excuse that his house is not well put together. So when he pimps it, he will invite me so I come over, and that I should give him a month to do so. After a month, I told him I wanted to know his place. He saw that I was getting angry and decided to tell me the truth. He told me that when the mother of his children died, he moved in with a certain lady to help him raise the kids. He said he and the woman are no longer together, so I should give him 2 weeks so that the lady can pack out. After the said 2 weeks, he told me the lady's stuff is still in the room and she has not come for them. He also claimed that the lady is requesting 2,000 Ghana cedis before she can finally leave. I got angry and ended the relationship. His colleagues came around to beg on his behalf and I forgave him. He told me the lady's stuff is still in the room and he's looking for funds to sort the lady out. I feel he's lying to me. I've finally given him 1 month. If he gives me an excuse again, I'll move on. The guy is extremely caring though and knows how to pamper a woman. How can I be so foolish to be with a man for 5 months without knowing his house? This is a man whom I am more financially stable than and also better educated than. Is he after my money and just playing with my emotions? Sisters, help me with a decision. Claudia is giggling, so Claudia, I'll come to you.
Today's stories are so easy. So what are you waiting for? Like, what is keeping you there? You see, and what struck me was when she said the first time he proposed, she turned him down. Mm-hmm. Why? So in the first instance, you knew something was off. You knew he wasn't right for you. And then his friends came and convinced you to settle. And you settled. Then he proceeded to lie about having a child, right?
Yep.
You see, this thing about people hiding their children when they meet people they want to date, it always fascinates me. I have a friend who was dating a guy, it wasn't even a relationship yet, in the dating stages. I think month 3 or 4, she told me about the guy, and my investigative skills, I found out the guy had 2 kids.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, when he asked the guy said, but you never asked me.
Oh.
Yes. So I feel when it comes to children, it's like when you meet a person, you are telling, oh, my name is Claudia. I come from here. I have 2 kids.
Yeah, they're you and you are them.
That's it.
Yeah,
from day one. And let the person make an informed decision. So this person, and I have left a guy who did the same thing. The moment he said he had the child, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's a lie. I don't know. And as usual, their friends always come, they come and try to sing alternative songs. But I left. Because you see, this is a big lie. You don't know the other lies he's hiding. And he has even proven that they are bigger lies. Mm-hmm. So he's even living with another woman. Which he has concocted this story, this format story that he has to pay the woman has to go. And you yourself, from the story, it's like you're convinced that he's out of your league. Because you yourself pointed out that you are more financially stable than him. He's more educated than you. And you see, sometimes it is what people say. It says a lot about what is left unsaid. Because in highlighting these 2 facts, it means it's very important to you as a criteria in a partner. So you'll be settling. And it's not like he has these things and so he's above you, so you are even dating up. Because sometimes when people want to date up, they are willing to compromise on the petty life in the early. And it's not even a petty life. He's not even. And when a man wants to be with you, he's willing to bring you into his world. It's like he's talking to you about his family. He's taking. The first thing is they want you to see their house. I don't know if it's some form of flex. And sometimes I say, Ghanaian men won't take you out. They say, when are you coming to my house? It's so normalized that some of them don't even know that when you're dating a girl, you have to go for drinks, go for meals before she comes to you. That level. But he has not done this in 5 months. And his so-called friends who have been coming to beg on his behalf have not seen the sense in telling him to correct this error for 5 months. And you are still contemplating, trying to see the good in this situation. I'm asking myself, what is there? This is not an honest man. And you yourself said he's not financially stable, he's not educated. And I want to believe that because you mentioned it, it's something that is valuable to you. The first time he proposed to you, you turned it down. There was a reason. His friends made you settle. And they've been making you settle subsequently for 5 months. You are very lucky you've seen the red flags in the early stages of the relationship. Don't make a mistake. Move on. Whatever made you said no in the first time he proposed to you, I want you to, and you see, stick to your intuitions. As women, our intuitions are almost always on point. So forget about his friends, because you see, it's like a bro code and a brotherhood. They will never out their brother. They might know the condition he's in. They will come and smile with you and convince you, because at the end of the day, it's the interest of their brother and not you. You forever become an outsider. That's why a man can be cheating on his wife, even when he's caught and they call the friends will say, oh, he was in my house. So I would take the message and communication coming from his friends with a pinch of salt. Leave that man. He's going to continue to lie. And there's this popular saying that when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. And for me, when it comes to romantic relationships and the idea of falling in love and love being blind, I take honesty very, very, very seriously, because for me, it's only your words that I have. And in this case, he has lied to you countless times. And even when you have been pressing and pushing to know his house, he has not prioritized your peace of mind to even go and show you your house. After pressing the first time, you would have gone like, you know what, since you want to see my house, and since I want to spend the rest of my life with you, let's go. And when you go, whatever condition is there, the two of you you'd have seen it for yourself and you'd have made a decision. I suspect he's still dating that woman. Mm-hmm. If you want to go into issues, tell him you want to talk to that lady yourself. You want to have an independent conversation with that lady. I won't even advise you to do that, because it's not safe for your mental health. You don't need all that. No. In my opinion, he's too complicated. And I would always tell people to put self-care and their mental health ahead of it. He has been lying, and liars rarely change. And especially people who try to justify one lie with another lie. Like he's an expert, a serial liar. So he keeps lying. You don't even know this woman. You might go there, they've even connived. There's a story. Some people can decide to date just to take, like you said, you think he's coming for your money. He and this woman can actually connive and pretend, and then you'll be siphoning your money and giving it to her. Go with your intuition. That 1 month that you are giving him, I don't know what you are trying to see. I doubt the variables will change. His friends will keep defending him. He will keep lying. Even if you go and see this woman, there's 50-50. You are not sure if what she's going to tell you is true. And I don't know how independently you can verify all these stories that he's told you. This is very early on in the relationship. I doubt you've sunk any cost that you regret losing. Move on. It's too complicated. Too many red flags that you are trying to rationalize that I don't see the point, because he's not really giving you a reason to even try to sort of like neutralize these red flags into white flags. So move on. For me, that's what I'll tell you. It's the easiest solution for me, yeah.
Okay.
She said, you know what struck me? She said, but he knows how to what? He's kind and knows how to pamper a lady. Mm-hmm. Then why are you here with your story? If he knows how to treat a woman right, and that's the whole, it's such a big deal to you, why are you here? Because I always say that when you're in a relationship with somebody, no matter how things go, if there's a but in there, like B-U-T, because you have to be sure. You always have to be sure when you're with somebody. So when you have doubts, I know that doubts may not always turn out to be right or wrong, but at least when it's there, you have to make sure you find out why you're feeling that way and make sure there's the reassurance and everything. And so I've said this before, a good person does not sustain a relationship. It's not about whether you're kind or you're giving or you are what. And I always say that dating is not a relationship. Fine, you met the guy asked you out. I'm sure because it was just too impromptu, like it's a total stranger asking you out. So it was very easy for you to say, no, I'm not interested, because maybe you didn't know the person. So even if you get to know him a little bit, that's what dating does, you know. You get to gather information about somebody to know if you can have maybe a long-lasting romantic, that's the key word, because when it comes to the sex and everything, then of course then there's the romantic, you know, tag in there. So then those ones come with different dynamics. But when you're just dating, you're gathering information, you don't have to take things so seriously. Like this girl seems to have just taken the guy as her World Cup, maybe waiting for him to come and complete it. People always say that I'm waiting for somebody to come and complete me. And so she thinks as soon as she listened to, accepted the guy, then that's it, we're in a relationship. People make that mistake because when you're in a relationship, you are still your individual self. I don't believe in two becoming one and all of that. Nobody's there to complete anybody because human beings, we always evolve. So you cannot rely on somebody else, a human being just like yourself, also evolving, who doesn't even know himself till he enters the grave. You're expecting that person to also be there and fulfill you. That's you're setting yourself up. And that's what this lady has done. And then a friends thing. Why will you listen to a friend? You're the one with the guy in the relationship. Why you listen to what the friends say? There are friends who know what the person is doing, and you can tell they know, but they will still be on the person's side because they are loyal to that person. You always be the outsider at the end of the day. So you have to look out for yourself. You even have to be a bit selfish in a relationship. That's what it is. You can't put all your eggs in that basket and say, even though I'm seeing the red flags, I'm still there. And now you're actually negotiating with a guy, giving him another month and all of that. You know what's going on. You don't even know the guy's house. For 5 months, even if the worst criminal who's on death row, you know where he is, that he's in the prison. You know where to find him. There's someone that you're seeing for 5 months. Me, if I'm with somebody I don't know where they live, me, that's a huge red flag. And I hate that manipulation thing, that narcissistic behavior. This whole story is really annoying me. Like you allow yourself to be played this way. That's what she's doing. Right. And you know, that the annoying is that when you know.
Yeah. She says,
and then you allow yourself to be manipulated.
Like
she knows it. She knows it.
Okay.
And today, and you said something about some 2,000. They said somebody did 2,000 cities. It's like, oh, Charlie. No. No, the chick, the whole thing, the bond. What did she say?
She said it appears she's willing to even pay the 2,000.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, she will.
Before you know, the lady's mindset is about having a guy, the societal conditioning programming thing. I have the guy, I'm getting married so that I can feel, important type of thing. So when you make up your mind that way about, the marriage thing, you tend to lose sight of all the other important things around until you finally tie the knot. And before you now realize that, I didn't even know this. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know this. You're supposed to do that whilst you're dating. And then when you realize that this is not what I want, what do you want? What do you want? You, the lady, what does she want? Are you getting what you want? Obviously not.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm
no,
down.
I'm worked out, man. I'm worked out.
All right.
The whole story, I don't know. Charlie, there's no need to negotiate anything with the guy because it's not somebody you can negotiate. He's just lying to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This relationship was set up to fail right from the very beginning because it was based on lies. Okay, he told you that he had
one child.
Meanwhile, he had 2, and he wasn't willing to tell you about where he stayed, and that his place has not been set up well and all that. But there are human beings living there. It's a habitable place. You have your kids living there, and I don't know whether one of the prerequisites of someone helping you to take care of your child means that you should move in with them. It takes a lot to move in with somebody. It takes more than just friendship to move in with somebody, especially of the opposite sex. I know widowers who, of course, everybody needs help at every point in time. But this one, it's very suspicious. I know of widowers that have kids and they need help. So maybe the child will go there, you go and pick the child up and stuff like that. But you don't need to move in with the person simply because the person is helping you to take care of your children. That is a that is
doesn't make sense.
A whole lot of bull. But that being said, the guy has been lying to you from day one, and then you have his con friends. They are always there to save the day. They are always in on it.
The bros.
But then
The bros.
I know, right? Bros before. Yeah. So yeah. So that is the code they are trying to uphold.
Yeah.
And the last bit where she said, well, this is a guy that I'm more educated than and more financially stable than. Is he after my money? It's not about more education, because the more education part that you added to it, it is even aching me the more, because if you are more educated, then that means you should be able to see through what this guy is doing. So. And you say, oh, I'm more educated, but Charlie, you are not thinking. You are not thinking. I'm not trying to be abusive, but so forgive me if I'm being too abusive, but then it looks as though the signs are there, but you are refusing to see them. Okay, because I think one of the things to know about somebody when you're trying to get to know them is to know where they live or where they are coming from. Okay, even if he's living under a tree, you know that he's living under a tree. If something happens, you know where to go to.
Yeah.
Especially for the security part. I'm not even going to delve so deep into the relationships and you have to know everything about your partner and blah, 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 blah. But it is important. If the person is such an acquaintance that the person has been able to propose to you, then I think it goes beyond, a certain stage that at least the guy should, and then you keep lying and my place is not well put together, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the reason why you were telling her that your place is not well put together and that's why you don't want her to come and visit you is because there's a woman there. Yeah. So if indeed this woman, the only relationship between you two is that she is being a nanny to your children, then why the lies?
That one could even be a lie. Because
so,
you are not going to confirm anything.
So that is where I am coming to find. The baby mama, he said the mother of his kids passed on. God rest her soul.
If it's true.
That's if it's true. If it's not true too, you have placed the case on her.
I don't believe anything the guy says.
Yeah, it brings to question a lot. And if after 1 month all these things are coming out, then what else are you expecting to come out in the near future? 5 months. After 5 months, all these big secrets are coming out.
Huge secrets.
Sorry?
Huge.
Then after a year or so, what you'll be hearing, dear, I think you end up at Accra Psychiatric Hospital. So, in a nutshell, this guy now, he's a red flag. The whole guy is a red flag.
Maybe her favorite color is red.
He's a red flag.
That's why she's still there.
He's a red flag. And all these things should tell you that you are setting yourself up for disaster. A failed relationship is better than a failed marriage. Divorce is very expensive. It's very expensive. And it involves more people than just the two of you. So please, take a critical look at things. Look out for yourself. Be selfish. Be selfish. Take a look at the relationship. Take a look at all these things that you are seeing and make an informed decision. Because from everything that I've said, the informed decision, I don't have to spell it out to you. It is not a place that you should be in. So just think it through.
Let me bring in a couple of comments. We have a few here. Rosamond says, hey, 5 months you try. Sometimes ladies stay with guys for 2.5 years, even before he decides to take them home. Guys these days are quick to visit ladies, but slow to invite them into their homes. Just walk away. He might even be married or engaged to this woman. Lauren says, you being financially stable and educated than him is not the issue here. Exactly. As to whether he's playing with your emotions or just after your money, only time will tell. However, he may be economical with the truth. Given the benefit of a doubt for now, After 1 month period, if nothing sustainable comes up in terms of you knowing his place, then you can advise yourself. Alex says, wow, look, it takes some con friends of this man to tell you some hard secrets about the one you will spend the rest of your life with. And you are here talking about pampering.
You know, if the Bible is anything to go by, the angel, the demon was once an angel. They come in the form of angels.
No, this texter just said it all. Charlie. Becky says, sometimes I wonder why we ladies allow ourselves to be used. Whatever a man is in a relationship will be 10 times in marriage. A man who claims to love you will never lie to you, no matter how much you're going to be hurt. Just lying to you about his kids is even a red flag, not to talk about the said lady. If he has even 10 children, he should be able to tell you at the initial stage for you to accept, because he should not forget that you're going to stay with him and the children should you get married. Audu says, flee, oh, flee. Those colleagues are just covering up for him. Madam, shine your eye. One relationship every day, new discovery. Is this a crime and investigation department? So he knew he was staying with a lady, but still went ahead to propose to you, eh? Nonsense. If you love your life, leave.
CSI.
If not, stay. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Charlie.
He actually said bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Sammy says, I think you're not respectful and cannot exercise restraint as well because you think you have more money and are more educated than he is.
Ow.
There's something special about the guy you love, so why can't you give him time?
Hey.
No, Sammy is coming from an interesting place. You can tell.
It
It sounds too personal.
Very personal.
I say true, Bisano. Anyway, so Kojo says he's a cheat, and after your hard-earned money, he's waiting patiently for you to also give him the loan of 2,000. I agree. We'll go for a quick. We'll be right back.
Just what we said.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and Star Times box. City TV, it's your world.
Welcome back, Sister on City TV and City FM. Our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. If you would like to send us questions as well and have your question featured on the show, you can send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. This one says, good evening, Jess. I'm 20 years old and I've recently been having a lot of sex, which I want to stop. It all started when my ex, broke up with me 3 months ago. I really love the guy. And the breakup did a lot of harm to me. I cried every night until I willingly allowed a friend to have sex with me. And since then, I feel like sex is the only thing that makes me happy. I've slept with more than 15 men in 2 months. And I feel like if I don't do anything about it, it might get worse because I'm feeling horny with each passing day. It's affecting me at work too because whenever my boss gets close to me, I feel horny. And I'm afraid I might do something silly and get myself fired. I need help. Please help.
You wait.
Since the camera is on you, it's like our director has already chosen you for me. So you just talk. No, just free your mind. Yeah.
Where do I begin? Okay. Wow. 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow. 15 men in what?
2 months.
Wow. Hey. We're a champion. Anyway. Auntie. So apart from having sex with 15 men in 2 months, you have been able to balance it with work and your daily life. Charlie, I feel you.
Well, she said it's affecting her work now because when she sees her boss, she becomes horny.
If she has extra energy for the boss.
Yay. Okay.
You.
I'm sorry about the relationship that hurt you. It's rather unfortunate. But at 20, how deep were you into this guy that it's now affecting your job? It's affecting your... Fine, I understand that people have ways of dealing with heartbreak and everything, but I think this is a bit extreme. And you see, sex, I'm not very superstitious, but I truly believe that sex is something that bonds people together beyond the physical. And having so many people, the number even just Charlie. So, first of all, I believe that she needs to talk to somebody, because this has gone beyond the usual. Well, I'm heartbroken, and then I'm dealing with a terrible situation. But I think she needs to talk to somebody. This is, if it's a trusted grown-up, I don't know, somebody who is not going to judge you harshly, because you need to deal with it. You need to nip it in the bud. I don't know whether it has gone beyond the bud, but you need to stop it now, okay? It has gone beyond, I don't know how to put it, but it looks like you were finding some makeshift solution to your problem. You are not really dealing with the root cause of the problem. Okay, so you are just doing some, makeshift, but then it's actually destroying you to the extent that when you see your boss, it's not like you have feelings for your boss, you just feel horny, like when you see someone of the opposite sex. So I'm not going to talk much about this. I just feel like she needs to talk to somebody, a professional, even if it's like a doctor or somebody who wouldn't judge you, because I place a lot of premium on the fact that you need to talk to somebody who doesn't judge you, because it's going to, if she does, it's going to plunge her deeper than she is right now. So she needs to talk to somebody who wouldn't judge her, somebody who would give her a very professional point of view and help her to gradually get out of this. So she needs to see somebody. If she's really serious about stopping this, she needs to talk to somebody.
Gil, what do you think?
People handle heartbreaks differently. In fact, this is new for me. I've never heard anything like that. But then I'm not going to just dismiss it, because everybody's different. Everybody is built differently, to handle stuff. Somebody else would have gone through this and just laughed it off. Maybe her pain threshold is not too strong or too deep. Or also it depends on what she must have expected from the relationship, maybe from the guy, and she didn't get it. So this is what comes back to what I always say: when you expect too much from somebody, you put too much of your happiness in someone's hands, and when they take it away,
and you're in trouble.
She's so empty now, because she filled her life with that person, and so it's been taken away. So there's a big hole. So she's just giving into whatever it is that she's feeling, even though it doesn't even make any sense, to the point that your boss, who you're working with, and then you feel horny. So it could also be that maybe the guy was one broke her virginity or something. There could be so many, and so it's like, so now and so maybe she was having too much sex with a guy because maybe he broke her virginity, and so now it's not there. So anybody who can, Charlie, keep it going, and then I'll just jump. But then she should also think about the fact that there's like her health, there's diseases and things. Who knows, how you're handling those 15, how you handle them. Did you protect yourself or what? And then the more you keep, dealing with different people, you're still adding on to your mental, the state of your mental health, because what she's going through it's got nothing to do with the physical. She's going through it's a mental thing that she's going through that she needs to put in check. You see, so it's not about, oh, I'm sleeping with this person. It's about what she's lost.
I think she's struggling for acceptance.
She's lost, and so she definitely has to talk to somebody, because with this, I mean, I don't see any other way around it, you know, because what I'm thinking about is even her health. Sleeping around with people, you can pick up so many things. You can pick up so many dangerous diseases. So at the end of the day, and I mean, I wish she didn't even have to work at this time. Some people are able to use work to handle stuff like that. Like, if I have a heartbreak, I speed walk, I will exercise, I will write, you know, I'm able to, you know, yes, I'm very good with that because I'm my own boss already. So I'm able to find a way to, I mean, reach into my whatever, my bucket of strength and latch onto that.
I think she hasn't achieved
She doesn't know how to balance that. So that's why she's lost. She's just like floundering like a fish out of water. So she's just, you know, she definitely needs to talk to somebody. And when she talks to somebody, and then they teach her on how to, you know, manage all these things, you know, her pain and what she wants as a person, build her confidence and know that you need to rely on yourself for your own happiness. That's what she needs to be taught. That's it.
Yeah.
And then start from there. That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Claudia.
I think it's rebound sex gone out of hand. Yes. And there's this popular saying that the only way to get over somebody is to get under someone else. So when they are trying to get over people, they try to get on with other people. So I was on this group where people were like sharing their experiences that after a bad breakup, they decided they were only going to do hookups. That was the only way they were going to heal. So they will go out, have sex with random men so that they don't have to think. And so that's where the problem is. So that they don't have to think about their problems. And yet, when these men leave, then they remember the problem. Yeah. So they have to go and find someone else. So some of them have been doing it for like a year, and now they are broken. It always doesn't end well if you don't deal with the root cause of your problem. She's hurt. And Ceci mentioned the age, and I feel it's basically because of her age that she's making these mistakes. Because she's young, she's immature, and she's not speaking to the right people. She's not getting the right advice. And so she's making more mistakes. I want to assume that if she was more matured, maybe she has lived through more experiences, and so she would know alternative ways to go around heartbreaks. So she needs to deal with this. We don't take time to heal. When we have problems, it's like you have to be this strong woman. Hey, he doesn't have to know that you were so into him. You have to show that you are over him. It's okay to be broken.
Vulnerable.
It's okay to be vulnerable. That's the word. It doesn't matter if the man knows that you are hurt because he left. What is important is how are you picking yourself up? And in her case, she's chosen to have, for me, it's not about the age or the number of partners, if she's having responsible sex, blah, blah, blah. It's the approach is wrong. She can have sex with 100 people. It's not going to give her that closure that she's looking for. She needs to talk to an expert, someone who is trained for this, not the church, not her friends, not adults in her life. Go to someone who is trained to do this, a psychologist, someone who has been there before, who knows how to technically walk people through these problems. Because what she is doing, she's only going to compound the hurt. She's going to grow attached. Now she's growing attached to her boss. She thinks she's only getting honey. That's another heartbreak or job loss
waiting to happen.
Loading.
Yes, because she's channeling her emotions in the wrong avenues and in wrong people who are not even ready for that emotional attachment. And these men, it's not like she's building a relationship, bonding, trying to talk. Because sometimes when you talk to someone, it helps. Like a problem shared is half solved. So I don't even think she's trying to even talk to these men. It's more like boom, 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 then we go. So she's just harming herself. I would tell her to take a break. And having written to us, it means she knows there's a problem. But the first step for her will be to hit stop on all these men. Try celibacy for like 2 or 3 weeks. here's what I'll tell you. Tune out or find a safe group of people who don't talk about trying to get over people by getting under people or getting to know new people. Like, build a new routine. Like, I guess she goes running, exercising, try something new, but most importantly, stay away from sex. And I know it's not easy. It's more of an addiction, and there'll be triggering points. There are things that you see that want to make you have sex. There are situations that you know when you put yourself in those situations, it makes you want to have sex. You know yourself now. So prioritize healing. And some people also feel they always have to be in a relationship at every point in their life. That is wrong. You have to learn to love yourself, learn to spend time with yourself. Being single and being alone doesn't mean you are lonely. The two are so different.
Yeah.
Like, you have to build this routine that someone coming into your life should know that, hey, as for this girl, she has her stuff. How do I get into? It's not like you're waiting for someone to come into your life and then you start building these hobbies. People don't even have hobbies. They're just there, waiting for someone to take them out to go and drink malt and eat kebab. Themselves, they can't get into a taxi and go and sit somewhere and eat and drink and eat kebab. You know, our whole dating cycle is so wrong. We don't carve out any happiness for ourselves. So when someone leaves you, you immediately want to replace them or try to make them jealous by being seen with other people. But you're hurting yourself. A friend was posting stuff on her WhatsApp status, and I was kind of like, hey, you seem to have moved. It's like, oh, I want my ex to see it. I'm like,
Charlie, you haven't moved on.
You haven't moved on.
Do you think he cares? You actually think he cares, and he's looking. So you are doing all these things to make him happy.
Yeah.
So she's probably doing
Waste
all
of
these
energy.
things. Pause. Stop.
I agree. Okay, super. I mean, I think you ladies have said it all, really. But I do think you need to seek professional help. Very important, okay? All right, great. So thanks to everybody for listening, for watching. We'll be back same time next week with another exciting edition of your favorite all-women talk show, Sister Sister. Big thank you once again to our sponsors, Vodafone, Together We Can, Talia Rice, Always Coming Home to Love, Kel Kids Toothpaste, Happy Smiles. We'll be back same time next week.